What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Straight Savage Podcast. And of course, today I got my main man on here, Seagram 7, aka North Carolina Window Clean. And we're going to be talking about G.I. Joe PLATEAU today, along with some other topics that we got, as far as the Snowcat Haslab, the Walmart end cap case that they're having out there. I know people are starting to look for that. And I believe we'll probably get into like a pre-order pileup, which is something we have been wanting to talk about for the past couple of weeks. But we're going to jump right into it, man. These are some topics right here, some bullet points I think that's going on in the community right now. And Seagram 7, what's going on with you, fam?
Hey, what's good, bro? I appreciate you having me on.
Hey, no problem, man. No problem, man. You know, I always like to kick back and talk about classified crazy madness. Where I put my water at,
we're
man.
on the field.
Hey, so how was your week this week, man? As far as action figure collecting, man, what you come across anything?
It's been a good week. Work is starting to slow down a little bit, so I stay so busy with work. It takes so much of my time. Man, I've been trying to get my room set up, my GI Joe room set up for about 3 months now, man. And work pulls me away from it, and it's going to kind of tie into what we're talking about tonight, man. My wife has really been getting on me about how everything's been piling up, man. So I've been able to get in that room a little bit, make some headway, but I'm almost there. And came across some good finds this week. I had the All Striker. I ended up getting the All Striker off eBay. Paid a little bit extra for that. That came in. That retro wave with Flint, Cover Girl, and the Televiper that came in. I had both Snake Eyes come in from Amazon. Surprisingly,
I was tempted to order him tonight, but I said I'm chill. He'll be around.
I like them both, man. I like the Polar Bear, but the other Snake Eyes, the version 4, I didn't think I was gonna like that one because that was a little after my time in collecting. I was kind of out of collecting when he came out when I was a kid, but I really like the way he looks with Helix, Agent Helix.
Yeah,
they look good next to each other. And then I saw somebody talking about this. I don't even collect Marvel Legends, man, but this popped up on somebody. I can't remember who it was, but they got this, and I went on Amazon and I ordered it Friday night. Or Thursday night, and it was on my front porch when I opened the door Friday morning. So I got it within like 12 hours from Amazon.
Yeah. Hey, Amazon really my joint, man. I never really have a problem out of Amazon. I when I sit up and think about it, and if they did something wrong, they definitely sent that figure like back. So they was able to return it, no problem, man.
But they're coming fast and furious right now with Amazon. They seem to be hitting us the quickest right now.
Correct, and early too, than everybody else. And they were on that kick about 2 years ago, and then I think they kind of fell behind on getting the early releases on the action figures. But it seems in the past maybe about 4 months they've been back on it, like getting the figures first, especially GI Joe Classified, and almost seemed like weeks before any of the other people.
And to tie into something else we're going to talk about later. So I keep telling myself I'm not going to do it, but then I always go on and order early from overseas. I used to go at Robot Kingdom all the time, but then the tariffs shut Robot Kingdom down. And so then I switched over to a company called Pop Culture out of Australia. I don't know if you ever heard of them.
Yeah, I've heard of them before.
Well, I ordered the Law and Order. It showed up on Pop Culture. I was like, hell yeah, Law and Order. About to grab it. That was one of my favorites as a kid. And before it could even come, I got my one from Amazon. So that kind of caught me off guard. And then the same thing with the Snake Eyes.
Yeah,
I ordered both Snake Eyes from Pop Culture about a week. And then right when I got my Snake Eyes from Pop Culture, like 2 days later, I get them from Amazon. So
Amazon's pretty much been on the same track as the overseas, distributors. It seems like they may be like a little bit behind, but maybe like a week behind. Then I know for sure they're coming on Amazon if I see somebody from overseas that has figures as of lately. That's what I've been noticing, man.
So I'm gonna have to really watch that trigger finger, man. It's hard, being a classified crazy addict, man. When you see them available and you can order them and have them in about a week, man, it's hard to wait. But I just need to learn to be more patient, man. So
yeah, I mean around these times, I'm guessing like how we was talking the other day. For the most part, things are coming. And it's not like now. There's a few figures that I haven't touched, and I've seen people have for months. But as of late, for the most part, man, I would say about 90 to 95% of figs are coming. Early.
It's very reminiscent of 2023 of how it was stagnant almost the whole year, and then right at the end of the year, we got flooded with figures, man.
Yeah. Well, my week, man, I've got that cover girl in Flint. I believe I told you about that about a week ago. I just opened them up tonight. I like them both. The only thing I don't like is that my cover girl, her leg seems a little bit like, I don't know how you say, like waned. You know what I'm saying? Like it's like you don't really collect Marvel Legends, but like Marvel Legends female figures, their legs just kind of buckle, and that's what and maybe it's just like a something with my cover girl, but it's not horrible. But I did notice it a little bit, like it's almost like she's bow-legged and shit. I saw, but other than that,
rear end they put on her, man.
Uh-huh.
It's that rear end they put on her. You got her all bow-legged.
She's still a good-looking fig, though. I like the face sculpts. I like it better than the first version. I got that first version, man, up there on the shelf too, man.
She was all tore up. They did a good job with her, like visually. The original one. Yeah. I like how they had the right idea with the uniform, but the way they did the makeup on the face and the arm falling off.
Yeah,
I think they had the right idea. They just didn't execute it properly with that first one.
Because I thought when I first ever seen the pictures of her, I thought she was straight. I was like, okay, it was a decent looking figure, man. But then when I got her in hand, I seen them sunken jaws that I was looking for on the fucking shelf and shit. And I seen her fucking face peeking through two other figures. I seen them damn cheeks. I was like, there she go. Let me get her. But yeah, man, this one right here is a lot better, I think. I wish they would
like better.
Huh?
Which headpiece? You like the hat or the?
Well, that's another thing about it. It has you could interchange between both of them. I thought that was dope. I was like, oh, her hair comes off. And then I didn't think the hat one came off. I'm like, oh, that one comes off too. And I forgot that you can interchange. So right now I have the smiley face with the hat.
Okay. Piece. I got them right here. I keep looking at them.
Yeah, the smiley face with just the hair down looks good, but she almost looks like crazy girlfriend.
It does, man. Psycho girlfriend. It does. When I first got it, one of the things I was thinking of is how you did the Gucci girls.
Yeah. Oh, with the red,
the snipers that came. I wonder how their heads interact. I know there's a dark skinned one that wouldn't interact with this one, but I wonder how the light skinned head would interact with this cover girl. Have you tried that yet?
No, I haven't had a chance to experiment with her because I do like her body, and I would like to switch around some heads and necks and just see what works out in arms if possible.
Yes. Yeah. I got the psycho.
Yeah, she does. I like it.
I caught you on your phone.
I like it though because that's what the first one was missing, because remember the box for the first one, it had a bubbly, smiley, like almost face like that.
Yeah,
And I wish that one did, because she's a cover girl. She's just not this serious girl all the time. She's fun, she's playful, she's bubbly. She's a model. So I thought that was cool. But I like it. For the most part, I think the face sculpts look good. The hair looks phenomenal on both pieces, and the uniform is good. I don't know what the deal was with mine. It just made me feel like maybe the heat or something, or just sitting and the leg just got warped. So maybe out of package, maybe they'll mold back itself, but it's only off but a little bit. I'm just being, kind of anal with it. And then as far as Flint, I like him better than the first version. I
no doubt, man, for sure. He's way better than the first one. They did right on this one, man. This is the retro series. I'm really feeling, man. Like the Duke, the Scarlet, the Recondo.
Yeah,
they've really done a good job with them, man.
Yeah, they cleaned up a few boo-boos that they had from the beginning, especially with Duke and Flint.
And the shotgun too. The weapon.
Yes. the pump shotgun with the breakaway barrel and shit.
Dude. Nerf gun central right there, man.
Yeah. So they did good on that all the way around, man. But let's get into what we was gonna talk about first, the Haslab. And this is part of the GI Joe PLATEAU segment on here. I got the Hasbro Pulse page pull up. I'll pull that up in a little bit, but it has finally funded. I think I looked at it tonight. It was 8,400.
Yeah, right before we got on, it was a little over. Mm-hmm. But last night, like every night, man, for like the last week, it'll go up and then we'll lose like 30 to 50 backers the next day. So I don't know what's going on. I don't know if it's like people getting on there and playing games, like ordering it to boost it up and then canceling the next day. I don't know if there's a bunch of people doing that, or if it's just like a back end thing with the numbers and the system. But we were up to like 800 and in the 300s, 8,300 and something last night. And then when I got up this morning to check it, we were back all the way in the twos again. So even last night, we lost about 50 backers, but then we're right back up today. So I don't really understand what's going on with that, because I don't remember the other Haslabs doing that. I don't remember the Tank, the Rattler, or the helicopter, the Dragonfly. I don't remember losing backers every single day like that, man.
No, they didn't, man. And it's just the nature of this Haslab, man. It's been a little a little slow puttering, man. So it just shows you pretty much naturally where the community is at on it. Like, I believe enough people want it, but did enough people want it? You know what I'm saying? And obviously enough people do want it. So it's just doing this natural progression of some people falling off. Maybe some people are falling off like, man, I changed my mind. They were on the fence from the beginning. They just had it up there. You're talking about a massive amount of people. So trends are going to happen just naturally of what they're going to do. For the most part, I think it's going to stick to funding. Now, how it play out, it's only 5 days left. I'm surprised it jumped up a couple hundred, but if it kind of keeps jumping up a couple of hundred, it doesn't have too many days to try to get these tiers, man. Because be honest with you, like I say, it has to really have all the tiers with it to be, just fully feel like you've met, you're satisfied. Me personally, I could just do it with the driver and the Snowcat, but of course I would want those other tiers. I mean, 2 other figures and some other, supplies, whether it's the food or utensils. And I know I said it was more like a Barbie play set too, but I mean, I don't care if it's supposed to come with it, and that's what I'm thinking in my head. I would love to have it, with it.
Well, they finally did something. Was it yesterday or the day before? I think it was 2 days ago. They finally did something they should have done day one, and that was release a bunch of pictures to show you how you could. I don't know if it was Shooting the Galaxy that did it, but whoever did it, every time they do those photo shoots, man, they sell the hell out of that wave, man. They just really sell it when you see the dials that they have it in, and they have all the figures interacting. But Hasbro, man, for this particular Haslab, man, they act like they don't give a fuck, man. They act like they don't care if it funds or it doesn't fund, man. Or I don't know what it is, man. I just don't feel like they have given the given it to us like they did before. Even in the sales pitch, if you go back and you read it, it's almost like they're telling us not to buy it because they're doing it from the perspective of Cobra Commander. So it's just been a real funny.
Yeah, I always thought that was crazy. I like, damn, they really kind of pressing it on that one. Like, you fools, you've backed it. You know what I'm saying? I know it's just like a play on characters or whatnot.
It is,
but
it has almost like an underlying theme to the whole Haslab
effect, bro. Yeah, it has like a reverse effect with it, which it's a big joke anyway. But I'll still think like, damn, this Haslab struggling. That's the fucking message you don't want to hear. Like, don't back this. You know what I'm saying? And motherfuckers are already kind of like on the fence about getting it or whatnot, man. But and like I said, this episode is partially called GI Joe PLATEAU. And for somebody like me, I'm not downplaying it at all, man. That was some things they should have done different. Yes. Even having this as a Haslab, I think this should have been like a next year. Hey, let's try to make the pre-order effect like Marvel Legends did. I don't.
Yeah, it should have been a made to order, like we said.
Yeah. And even not this year. This year should have been another great, incredible, Haslab that you think you wouldn't be able to see, like a whale. I know that people say that's pressing it, or the GI Joe. Well, who is it? Who would have been this? So GI Joe, yeah.
Yeah, it had been a GI Joe this year.
Or the helicopter. I forgot the name. The one you like.
Tomahawk.
You know what I'm saying? Just come back with it with another helicopter. I think, be honest with you, that might be more of a made to pre-order side. But just something, like I said, welling up. And that's what it is. It's only like a few more vehicles that everybody is going to jump the fence for. And that's the His Tank, that's the Rattler, that's the Sky Striker. And I would even give the Dragonfly maybe, but it's worthy up there. There may be one more other out there that or the Whale that people are gonna jump the fence for. But these other ones are like little pockets of collectors that they gravitated more towards too. Like my man Paul from Hyperdrive. I reminded him yesterday about the Snowcat because I said I wasn't backing it. He was like, oh yeah. I forgot about that, man. He said, as soon as you said that, man, because how we leave Instagram messages, like live messages, I left a message like that. He said, I jumped on and backed it. He's like, man, that's my favorite one. He's from up in the Northeast, like Maine and shit. Well, not Maine, Massachusetts. So they used to snow and things of that nature. And that's around his time, that he was collecting or whatnot. Maybe like
it was for me too. It was one of my favorite vehicles growing up.
Yeah.
I love this vehicle. I love everything about what they've done with this, except calling it a Haslab. I love the complete package of it, but it just should have been a made to order.
Complete package already
for you. Package, or they should have done one of two things. It should have been a made to order complete package, or they should have done just the regular Snowcat, made it a little bit smaller, and just give us Frostbite without the lights, and just been like a 129 or 119.
Mm-hmm.
I think it would have done better at either one of those. So yeah. So like I said, man, it's not a knock on it. It's just I'm at a GI Joe PLATEAU. My thoughts on it, I'm still not backing it because I just don't feel like breaking the bread on it. And two, man, space, and three, like how much does it mean to me? Does it hit me in a nostalgia place? No. Will I be doing a lot of snow scenes? No, really not like that, whether it's real or fake. You know what I'm saying? Whether I make it on the table with fake snow or not. So and I have so much, you know what I'm saying? I'm at a plateau with collecting, which I know everybody doesn't feel like that, but I know some people do enough. I think you're right. I think a lot of people, whether they want to admit it or not, like myself, I realize that with the amount of stuff that I already have on my shelves and in my room. I mean, I'm almost to the point taking up 2 rooms now in my house.
Yeah,
And
it will.
so, space is at a premium, like what everybody says. We're running out of space. We got a lot of stuff hidden right now, like we just said. We got a lot of pre-orders hidden. We got a lot of figures that are coming in. We got a lot of stuff on pre-order. We got a lot of stuff that's about to go up for pre-order. So there's a lot going on right now. There was another guy. I watched his video this morning. I think he's called GIJOE Reviews, but he did a tally of if you just ordered like everything that's up on pre-order right now, it's like around $1,100. If you just order, and that's just ordering one.
Yeah.
And so I know like myself, there's a lot of us that don't just order one. The troop builders, we might get, 6 to 10 of the troop builders. Mm-hmm. So, and then the dude's like, Woody might get like 20.
Which I mean, I haven't done anything major like that in a long time, man. But like how you saying though, and the reason why, because I might have the love spread around a little bit,
And that's no disrespect to Woody, man. That's all love with what I'm saying. I wish I could get it like that, man.
Yeah. No, damn. I thought you had said me, but either or, it doesn't even matter. You know what I'm saying? It's just I've just gotten to a point, at times, man, like even with GI Joe Classified, you might have 2 or 3 troop builders that's coming out.
Yeah,
you feel me? Or what? Because the waves have slowed down, or maybe one in a wave before you want to fall back and get, So you might have 5 of them or whatnot, man. So it's just with and also with other figures that you getting at a solo. So their issue with that pre-order pile up is like, what I'm saying? I had to start making some of these motherfuckers walk the plank. You know what I'm saying? Because I know I'll catch them down the road or whatnot, but it's just like at the same time, I'm at this plateau where I get them, I don't, fuck it. You know what I'm saying?
Another thing is they're reissuing stuff like with the bat. We all got the original bat from like 3 or 4 years ago. And there's nothing wrong with that bat. That bat is well made, man. It looks good. It's a good figure. There's nothing wrong with it. But then they got this retro bat that's coming out, and it is better than the one that came out a few years ago. So I already got like 15 of the other bats, so I know I really don't need to order this new one coming.
Correct.
But I still do it. I still got, I think, 6 or 7 on pre-order, man. And it just goes back to what you're saying, man. At what point is enough?
Correct. Because I'm sitting there looking at these 2 dragonflies now, and they're just beautiful, sitting up right there. You know what I'm saying? His tank behind me, everything is just beautiful. So if everything stopped today, I have enough. Even Haslab project stopped. And that's what it is. Even if the Haslab project stop, I have enough of the premium vehicles in G.I. Joe Haslab worthy to have fun and do what I feel like I need to do to fulfill a scene. Because that's really what all my collecting is. Do I have enough shit to fulfill scenes? Yes, I actually do. And even with this pre-order situation, like I just really be having on pre-order if I just want to, like, okay, this one came in. I really want to mess with this right now. Let me grab it. You know what I'm saying? I'll do something like that, or I might jump in and get the Snake Eyes, like how we was talking about earlier, like the version 4. I might do something like that on Amazon, like when the figures first drop. But for the most part, like, I'm so passive on it now. A lot of these figs, man, I'm gonna set my fishing poles up maybe about the end of November, and I'm gonna go fishing in December. And I'm gonna pull out damn near everything I wanted or need for half price.
That's good, man. That's good that you can do that. So that's props to you. So
yeah,
I need to get there. I need to get there. I'm working on it.
But man, you're there. You know what I'm saying? Because when you sit up and really think about your collection, man, you got everything you could possibly want. You know what I'm saying? If it all ended today. Like I said, as far as the Haslabs I've gotten, and things of that, which I know you got that and more. You know what I'm saying? When you sit up and
They
think
make
about
it so hard though, Savage. You know,
uh,
just when you think you're done collecting, man, they put up a pre-order and you're like, damn, like this most recent wave, man, wetsuit, sci-fi,
you know,
mainframe, they just look so damn good, man.
well, my biggest thing is I'm not done collecting the GI Joes. It's just how I bring them in. You know what I'm saying? And even as far as space wise, I know with the vehicles though, it has to cut off with me. I got a ramen van like here sealed up in the box. I haven't even opened yet.
Yeah, me too. I got 4 when they first came from ramen. I got 4, and
It's
I
been
only
there
opened
5
up 2.
days.
What's that?
I said it's been sitting there for 5 days.
Yeah, well,
Just because
I
I don't
got
have
2
the
that have been sitting in
time
my
or
garage
space.
for like 3-4 months now. So I know what you mean, man.
Yeah. They're straight up just sitting there. I forgot about it. I just looked on the ground. I was like, I know there's some other stuff going on here. And then, just got those cars in from Ramen Man. So as far as the vehicle part, it's getting to a point, where I have to say no. Damn near. Really. I do, man. I've made my mind up on it. But like I said, I still have the 5 or 6 days to decide what I want to do. But we'll see in between them. But my mind's still on it, man. Because it's just at a GI Joe classified plateau. Still love the line. Still my line.
So what do you think is going to happen on that? Do you think all tiers are going to unlock, or what's your projection on this?
It's kind of hard to say right now. Not unless it really all depends on these last couple of days. If I don't see no movement by Monday, I don't think they're gonna unlock. I have confidence they can unlock. But what it's at 8 now, right? So it needs 6,000 more backers just to get all the tiers.
Yeah, well, yeah, about 6.5. Yep, 6. I think if we get Lady J before going into the last day, I think if we can get Lady J by like Tuesday afternoon, I think there's a good possibility we can get the Bivouac and Flint by the time the thing ends. But if we go into the last day and we haven't unlocked Lady J yet, I think there's going to be some people canceling. I think we are going to lose some people if it doesn't get all the tiers. I have a feeling we are going to lose a few. Not enough to lose the whole funding, but I think we will lose a handful of people, which I completely understand. I see where they're coming from. The Haslabs are supposed to be, the tiers are just a bonus. But there are a lot of people that feel like for the price, it should come with all that stuff regardless. And I can see both perspectives. But I think if by going into the last day, if we haven't gotten Lady J unlocked yet, I think I don't think we'll be getting all 3 tiers. But I think if we have Lady J and we still have the same momentum that we've been having the last 24 hours, I think it's very possible that we will go ahead and knock it out the park.
It's definitely something to watch in the next couple of days to see how the momentum goes, and that's the most pivotal thing. I would even say by Wednesday, that's when I could kind of really tell, because Wednesday end next Saturday, right?
No, Thursday. It ends Thursday.
Oh, okay.
Thursday
So
night, Thursday night
really by Monday, we'll see how that momentum goes, because I mean, I've seen Haslab start to really pick up towards the end. Then I've seen them some just, hey, you're just gonna stay right here. This is what it is. You know what I'm saying? There's no inflated numbers on this. This is exactly what it is. But it's
one other thing I was trying to ask some other people.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if you know, but like the overseas backers, like how does that work? Is that added in like right now, or is that I've heard it both ways too. I've heard people say every day it's added in, and I've also heard it's not added in until the end. Do you know how that works?
Too. I've heard about it. It doesn't come in to the end, but it was hard for me to tell because maybe say something like a his tank, which the his tank it got real busy and then it stalled, but then in a good enough time though it started picking up more and more, and then them last days shit just started rolling. So I couldn't tell if that was overseas backers at the end or not. But I believe that was just rolling, just people naturally jumping on there. And so I don't know. I can see overseas being put in as soon as they put it in. It all shows for everything. But I'm not 100% sure. But on that end, it could work as a double-edged sword. If those tiers don't fund, people fall off. But if those tiers do fund, then you maybe have somebody like me, maybe like, okay, with like 3 hours left, all right, I'll get one. You know what I'm saying? So,
did you look at the pictures I sent you yesterday? Have you looked at? There's about 30 pictures they released. Did you look at them yet?
Yeah, man. No, they're tough, man. I think it's a tough vehicle, man. It's just something almost just with me, like I said, there's really no fire in me to grab it, man. I just have to really go with my natural feeling on it. Like I said, I think it's a great project. Those pictures look good, especially the blue lights when it's kind of dark. It's got a cockpit. Just little stuff like that, man. And with the winch, in the front in the compartment, and then just the way the back tank wheels were kind of like pivoting, getting over almost turning to like rock climber type tank treads. So it's cool, man. Like I said, I like it. I even like Frostbite. I really like the Flint. Lady J's okay. They're both cool, man. Bivouac, with all the little accessories that that you could probably make up or do yourself. That's all still cool. I really wish they were all baked in together with it. That almost be like a definite call. I tell you this, if this was a pre-order right now and they were all baked in together, I would pre-order it and then see how I feel next year. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I might have moved some stuff around. I might have got rid of some stuff by then. So that's what is on me. It's not, but like I said, it's not a diehard thing I need to get. So that is the total difference. Now, say if this was the first year and there was the hits tank and I was sitting in my same perspective, my same amount of action figures and vehicles, I don't care. It's like my man did who messed with Valiverse when he was telling me he was coming out with that truck. He just cleared his whole shelf off and shit. I would definitely make room for it, but it's not that type of situation.
I want to comment on the Flint remark, man. I think the Flint's tough too, man. I think that's a really good version of Flint. But for some reason, a lot of people are hating on him, man, in the comments. I've been seeing.
I like it. I like the brown.
I think he looks good too. The only negative thing I would say is it's kind of strange that they would go with Flint as the last tier when we just had the retro one dropping about the same time. Even though I guess the Snowcat isn't even going to come out for another year. I guess. We're ordering it right now. We just had the retro one come in. So I don't know. I guess it goes both ways too.
Yeah, it's definitely something to keep an eye on next couple of days. But I do think for overall GI Joe fan base is so strong and concentrated. If it's made, its funding goal, I think it'll stay there. Now, will it get the tiers? Now I'm kind of up in the air about it. I don't know. It's looking shaky, but I believe this project will fund. But let's talk about real quick because we've been on maybe about 30 minutes. Let's talk about the end cap situation at Walmart, man. How your luck been coming up with that?
So I've been to 3 Walmarts so far around our little city that we live in, and to be 100% real, I ain't even seen one GI Joe. Let alone an end cap, bro. I didn't even see one Joe, man. They didn't even have a GI Joe product in there. So yeah, I've had no luck finding an end cap. I even got family members out searching. But hey, I did. So I haven't seen an end cap, and I haven't seen any GI Joes at this local stores. But I did get my email this morning that Crystal Ball is shipping, even though I already got the Crystal Ball already.
Yeah, I got my email.
About to ship from Walmart. So
yeah, I got my email. Just asking me if my address was still straight, which that's cool. Like I say, and then and that's what it is right there. You see this shit? It's like live right here. Like that's why I didn't order that Snake Eyes. I was like, you know what, man? I said, I just opened up Flint and, CoverGirl. I'm good. You know what I'm saying? I wanted something to kind of, feed my appetite a little more. You know what I'm saying? I
Yeah,
wanted to get a little higher.
and that's what I meant earlier about when I go. I know I need to wait when I order from overseas. I know I need to wait, but I'm like, man, I'm so hungry for something. I can't help myself, man.
Yeah.
So I need to take a step back, man. I need to have an intervention. I'm gonna come, and my wife is already damn near close to giving me an intervention. I'm gonna come home one day, and my whole family's gonna be in the damn living room. Giving me a GIJOE intervention, man.
Yeah, but but when I seen Crystal Ball, I was like, well, see, look, I got something coming right there. You know what I'm saying? That I totally forgot about. You know what I'm saying? He may not be coming tomorrow, but he'll be
down
coming,
the road.
man. Yeah, so I was like, let me just chill. I'll
Well,
wait on
this is an expensive set, man. If you wait, it will come down on the price. This is the one you're talking about, right? Or the other one?
I know. I was gonna order black and blue.
The version 4. Okay.
Yeah. I was gonna order V4
because this is gonna drop. This ain't. They're not gonna sell out of this. That'll definitely come down in price.
Well, I had some on Amazon when they first dropped, like a jackass. I had like 3 up there. Why? I don't know. I was thinking about Army building a polar bear, so I went in about a month ago, and I went in a month ago and canceled them because I said just like how you say, because most of the time with those pet sets, about around Christmas you can find them maybe about $15 off. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that Croc Master, man. When that first came out, I ended up getting like three of those at full price, and then later down the road, I remember you got them for really cheap. Where'd you come up on them?
Ross.
Yeah, Ross had them.
Ross off Ramsey had them. Like they had like 3 or 4 in there in Christmas time. I grabbed all them shits for like $10. I said, hell yeah. And then that was scrap iron. I called at Walmart for like $10. But those sets are notoriously known. At one point in time, man, it don't even have to be Christmas time. They was just like, hey, look, you want Road Pig and Ruckus for $30? Yeah, I'll take it. You know what I'm saying? On Amazon. Just looking for sales. That's all, man.
And the anniversary troopers, the chick snipers that I was talking about earlier.
I seen them in Ollie.
Yeah, and the Halo jumper, man. I got 8 of those from when they first dropped. And that was a more expensive figure too. And I got 8 of each right off the bat. But now you're finding them at Ross's and for a quarter of the price. So
correct.
So like that, I think that's my plateau right now. I think I'm gonna number one, I'm gonna quit ordering from overseas. I'm gonna stop doing the ordering from overseas. Number one. Number two, what I'm gonna do is when something comes up for pre-order, I go ahead and pre-order from Pulse, Big Bad Toy Store, Amazon. I order from everybody, and then I always tell myself, whoever gets it first to me, I'll cancel the other ones. But then life happens, man, and I don't always get to cancel them. So then I end up getting, not only do I get my multiples, my Army builders, which I'm already doing, but I get like 2 or 3 of the mainline ones. And
yeah,
I don't need all that, man. I don't need all that. And then the third thing I need to do is when I am Army building, go ahead and get, when they first pre-order, go and get them maybe 1 or 2 of the Army builders. And then down the road, like what you're saying, set up the fishing poles and catch the rest of my Army build on sales. So
that's what I do now. I just usually just get 1 of the 2 because I'm really interested in the Army builder just as an action figure, as a toy. Like what's that one that has the thing is sling the Frag Viper. I have 2 of those. I actually like that one so much that I opened up one and I usually, like, I don't double up on classified like when I did with the 1 through 100. Like I have that set, but like after that, like if I really like a figure, then I'll just put one in the cut just to keep for the personal, like, stash of untouched mint box, you know what I'm saying, figures. Yeah. But I did that with the Frag Viper. But other than that, I'll kind of wait around till about Christmas time and see if I can catch him on Amazon for like $19.99, something like that. And maybe I won't, but I don't know. For what I've seen in the past 4 years with classified around Christmas time, you can catch, I'm damn near catch anything if they just feel like putting it on sale. Like I've caught some nice figs for like $10-12 from Walmart.
No, I remember you telling me. Yeah, I remember our conversations from the past. And the Frag Viper with me too. When when they first released, I told myself I was only going to get one, and instead of it being a troop builder, I was just going to have it as its own little character, kind of like just his own little identity. But I'll be damned if I don't got 6 right now.
It's a dope figure, man. It's tough, yo. It's a quality figure. I like it a lot. I just know me, and just where I'm at right now. I tell you what helps me out a lot. It's not necessary that I'm at a plateau and tired of it, but I just get a plateau of kind of like the same thing. And with me going around messing with older figures and kit bashing and putting this one, putting that one together, or even doing your diorama setups and things of that nature, that's almost endless fun. You can never plateau with that, not unless you just get tired of taking pictures. I mean, of course, on that end, but just different things to do as far as with your action figures. There's so much stuff in here. There's a lot of stuff I really haven't got to what I want to do. Like right now, I did the Dragonfly down. I got 2 Dragonflies now that I'm really looking forward to eventually putting both of those on camera at the same time, and just different little scenes and other different.
Speaking of that, man, I really enjoyed your latest episode, man. Very, very creative, man. How you're blending everything together.
Oh, appreciate
really good
that
storytelling, man. I enjoyed it.
Appreciate it. Man, actually, right now you see behind me, I'm doing the Alley Viper joint, and then I'll go back to that Black Hawk down. But that's the type of fun, I've been looking at. But as far as me plateauing on GI Joe, is just how I spend on it, how I consume it, because like I said, it's good. And even with them, as far as how the waves come, I'm liking better how the waves come, just 4, and it looks like 4 every 3 months. You know what I'm saying? That's how they're dropping. And because
but they need to come in. They need to come in that order. We don't just need to be pre-ordering them every 3 or 4 months. We need to be getting those orders in.
That part is all over the place. I don't know. And that's the thing with Snake Eyes. You tell us he's not even gonna be here to November or October, whatever.
The fireman, same thing with that fireman.
I had several firemen because I'm thinking, okay, well, this is gonna be down November. I only had like 3 on pre-order, but they came like 3 weeks ago, and I had to cancel them shits. I'm like, hold on, I just maybe allocated some money somewhere else in the collection, and I can't take these guys on right now, so hey, I had to cut them off. I ended up getting another one though, but I actually ended up getting it on sale at Target. Target had a sale about a week ago.
No, they put their new figures on sale real quick at Target, man.
Or you can apply like just a random like a mass sale they got. Like if you spend $40, you get $10 off.
Yeah,
you can apply those action figures as well, and that's what happened because I was looking for a Breaker, which I ended up finding him. And I was looking for the Psylocke and Thanos set, and I ended up sniping them down. I know in my last podcast about 2 weeks ago, I know I told everybody I would look for, but I ended up getting them like a week later, man. And from the Target in Skybo, off Skybo Road too, which was great. It's always glad when I can snipe something at home rather than out of town.
So the other thing I wanted to say is, as far as like space and money, man, not only do I do the army building and all the craziness with the classified, I'm the same way with Operation Monster Force, Valiverse, and I'm starting to get that way with Savage Crucible. So I really need to check myself on that. But man, I got a ton of figures about to hit from season 0 and season 2 of Operation Monster Force in September. So I really need to prepare myself for that.
Come off Big Bad Toy Store, right?
Yeah. And then right after that, I think Valiverse has some stuff that's going to be coming out in the fall too. So yeah, it's just a lot that's hitting all at once. This year has been kind of dry, man. It's almost between the tariffs and I think and everything else, man. It was a very dry year up until recently. And
those fucking tariffs, man, like are annoying, man. Like for real, because it's always changing. Like I was looking at Big Bad Toy Store the other day. They actually had to. They didn't. I think I got Vega or somebody who I ordered and been ordered when they were regular price, like $26.99 or something. And Big Bad Toy Store still charged me like an increased price, but they didn't hit me for what they got on their site now. think the site now it was like $29.99. They said, but we still got to charge you like $27.99. You know what I'm saying? So I'm
still
like,
gotta get something out of you.
yeah, man. I'm like, yo, what's up with these terrorists, man? That shit is like annoying, man. To be quite honest with you, bro. But yeah, man. Other than that, man, I think as far as like where I'm at, that just pretty much says it all, man. I'm just me myself. I am just at a plateau, and not I guess not even necessarily with GI Joe Classified, but just all figures in general. But that definitely would classify to where I've just played it like, you know, I you can't help but be full when you full. You just can't eat no more. You just really can't eat no more like that, which I do, but not like I used to.
And you can't enjoy what you already got if you're already chasing. You know, it's almost like addict behavior. You know, if you're constantly chasing the next figure or the next release, you can't, you know, enjoy what you got at home. So, but I know you've been on the road a lot recently. You did a road trip, and you know, I told you Fable ain't had Nathan at the Walmarts. What about the Walmarts you went to? Did you see anything with those displays?
No, because I went to DC, and I was kind of like in Alexandria, and that's why I stopped at a Walmart there because I had to just had to sit down for a little bit, man, so I could try to pull another job. So I had to get stationary basically. So I decided to go on just Walmart, but it was like a smaller Walmart. I thought it was like a market, like one of them food store Walmarts, but it wasn't. It was actually one that had clothing too, and they had a toy section, but they definitely didn't have that end cap. Like this week, I'm gonna be like Monday. I'm going from Wilmington all the way over to the other side of Greensboro. So I definitely will be stopping at some Walmarts out there. Charlotte is my spot though. You know what I'm saying? Like if I ever came across anything as far as a Walmart, or Target, really, man, is out there, man. So I'll be doing some more searching. I have that Beachhead and what's the name coming, but it'll be good to, you know, actually snipe one. Be honest with you though, if I do see it, only reason I grab is to grab it for you. I probably wouldn't even get one because I have one on order for that, but I'm almost positive that it's gonna do like them other ones,
like the Falcon and
yeah, and the 2 set pack, because a lot of people didn't what's that boy name, Shockwave,
the motorcycle.
Yeah, that was a hard one to get, but then there was a time, man, where he was on sale for a long time for like $29.99.
Yeah, that's another one, man, that I ordered like 6 right off the gate.
Damn.
Man, they're just sitting in the box, yo. I only open up one of them, and the rest of them are just sitting in the box in the garage. Ain't just chilling in the dark.
Yeah, he's just chilling in the dark.
But but I don't really go out to the stores and do toy hunting, man. I usually do a lot of my stuff online. Do you ever see GI Joes at the Walmarts here in town?
I haven't seen in a long time. They're gone.
I wonder if we're even going to get something like that here in town. I wonder if that's a nationwide rollout or if it's just like in certain areas of the country.
Well, I haven't seen a lot of people talk a lot about GI Joe out of Walmart, period, man. So I think that probably happened to everybody. But I think GI Joe I seen on these shelves was maybe though that retro card Cobra Commander, that wave. That was like a year ago, right? Yeah, so maybe something like that. But
it wasn't a year. It was earlier this year. I think it was back in the early spring, late winter. I think it was late winter, early spring when that wave hit. So it had the Stalker and the Cobra Trooper.
Okay, man, maybe it was. Maybe I didn't think it was even that early, but it's been a long time. So I noticed, like, man, okay, they must be done with GI Joe.
But with that case, it's just cool to see something like that where they have an end cap and they actually got figures like on display. They got figures out the box You know, have you seen that on the end cap? What I'm talking about? They have like
I've seen the pictures on Facebook, but I haven't seen it. You know,
well,
in
yeah,
real
I know
life.
that's what I meant. Have you seen it
Oh,
on
yeah.
Instagram and stuff?
Yeah. I've seen it. It's pretty much a Hasbro rollout. It's got
And they got the stingers for like $75.
Oh, they do.
Yeah, man.
Oh,
So
wow.
I wonder how if this is something that they're just doing because of their collector con, or if this is something that they're really trying to push with Walmart moving forward. Like if it's something that's going to be ongoing, like if maybe in 6 months they might put like another wave of figures in the display up there. I'm curious if it's going to be something they're going to.
I doubt it. I think it's just a rando. You know what I'm saying? I said, because just from the pattern of how Hasbro does, especially with those type of figures that we collect, I think that it's just something random. I don't think they're going to commit to that, doing that every season. Something different, not unless they were children or it was just really, really booming. Because we buy shit, but let me tell you this: how long have you seen like retro figures just sitting up on Walmart, shelves? They sit. You know what I'm saying? They get got. Yeah. They sit. And so they I don't think they're gonna invest too much into it. I would love to come across one and see one, man. Like I said, I'm gonna be out moving around in the next week, definitely for sure. But I would
it's
like
just
that.
good to see it getting some attention.
Correct. Especially GI Joe.
One other thing I wanted to touch on is that Operation Monster Force. Big Bad did like a little commercial for him where it's stop motion. Did you watch that link?
Yes, and that's what I dreamed. I wish I could make that type of stop motion because it's seamless. It's
that is nice.
It is.
So remember, I think Hasbro did one around Christmas time last year with that same wave, or in the winter time with Duke and the same Cobra Commander and the Stinger. I don't know if you remember that little stop.
Yeah, I do, because they whoever does that stop motion for them really started doing that for them like 4 years ago, because they always got that one with the X-Men are fighting this big Sentinel, and Deadpool's at the end like, hey, Happy New Year's, So they do great work, man. It's seamless. It's something you can follow. To be quite honest, which is not sloppy at all. It's very, very tight.
It's just cool to see a lot of stuff like that, man. With the stop motion with Operation Monster Force, seeing Walmart do the end caps. It's good to just see it more out and about, and not just on Instagram or YouTube. So
yeah. As far as this Monster Force though, when you say that's gonna release,
it's on the boat right now, on the way over here. So you got season 0 and season 2. There's going to be they're saying like that first or second week in September. It's going to be hitting Big Bad Toy Store. So that's like the general, the general, the dude in the suit, like the agent dude, Dr. Caligari, Halloween Boy, the Eraser. Then you got the troops that are like the zombies.
Yep. Okay.
The one that almost looks like a Cobra uniform. You got one like in the green fatigues, and then the regular the boonie hat. Then so it's a dope wave, man. Especially, and then you got the one that's just a troop builder, the Phantom Corps. So
yeah, I got all that. I got all that coming myself as well. And I'm gonna have to see how that go when it touch down. If I can, but I'm more like I'll probably grab all of them. It's just how it comes in. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I guess the only thing is not just GI Joe. Other brands like, okay, now here's Monster Force. Here goes all of it too.
Yeah, all of it at once, man. All of it at once.
All these pre-orders you got now. You Big Bad Toy Store about to send you an email saying you got like $400 worth of shit coming. And more.
I'm not even gonna tell you how much I tallied it up. What I owe Big Bad Toy Store for. I'm not even gonna tell you in case my wife watch this episode. I'm not even about to snitch on myself. But they also got the one that it's a troop builder where it was the 20. They did a 25th. You remember back during this few months back, BBTS did like a 25th anniversary where each toy line had like a release for BBTS for their 25th anniversary.
I brought the M. Bison.
Okay, all right. So during that time, they did Operation Monster Force had a Troop Builder.
I got him.
So that's coming
handheld
too,
thing, right? He's mixed with the other
yes,
Troop Builder.
and he's in the colorway. Remember that Twilight that you got, the Versus package?
Yeah.
So you remember the colorway of the Steel Core where it's like the gold head and the blue and the green?
Yes.
That's the same colorway as the one that's coming from
Yeah, they have a similar colorway on that. I did like 3 of those. Yeah, and then what made I had to go back in and trim some of that stuff up too, because it's such an old pre-order. Like some of them figures, man, I was like, yo, that's really just a double figure here. I was
it
like, let me
is. It really is the same thing, just in different colors, man. It really is.
So I had to do some cutting. I kept that one because it was the exclusive and it has a few more options pretty much for the same price.
Yeah, a few more heads. Yep.
Yeah, it came with like one more head and a few other little things, and it's a dope figure, so I had to kind of shift that around. You know, the other Big Bad Toy Store, the con exclusive, the one,
Right.
the other one we want. I had to
Joe
go.
Con.
Yes, so that's basically just another Phantom Core. I had to go back and cut some of them down because I had ordered, like my man Jason Guy, shout out to him. He had went to Joe Fest me in the Atlanta Joe joint and got me 3, and then I ordered 3 myself when I was there. So, but then I got like 6 on pre-order at Big Bad Toy Store, the regular one. So I just went in and kind of cut all of them down. You know
I did too. What I did, I had close to 10 originally of the first one, of the original one of just the regular Phantom Core, and then we went to Joe Fest. I ordered 5 of the one you're talking about, the exclusive. So what I ended up doing is going back and cutting the other one back down to 5. So I'm still getting 10, but I'm getting 5 of the regular one and 5 of the exclusive.
5 of the exclusive one, which comes with different extra heads.
Yeah, and they have a the zombie one looks just like it, but it's got the chunks missing. So, but it's the same Phantom Core. So I got a few of those.
But, so trimming that up and adjusting that, man, because it's been so long. And you know what I'm saying? They another ones with this pre-order pile up as well, man. But I can't wait till they touch down. Like, I don't know. Hopefully they'll trickle in as far as the pre-order wise. But if they come all at once, I know I'm gonna have to make some decisions.
Yeah. From what I understand, I'm in some of the groups, and so I'm not trying to name drop, but I've talked to some of the people at the top of that company, and all of season 0, season 2, and then that exclusive, the 25th anniversary, all that is supposed to be hitting at exactly the same time. So that's like the first or second week in September. So that's pretty much gospel, unless there's some kind of hurricane that takes the boat out.
Hey, what about World War Hell? Have you got your email to choose your figures yet for that?
No, but
I forgot about that.
Yeah, I don't think it's this November, man. I think it's next November.
Oh, for real?
Yeah. I think it's next November. But he's tied in with the same factories that are already doing all the other stuff. And he did a lot of the legwork before the Kickstarter even jumped off. So I think he's just giving them that much time for worst case scenario. I don't think it's going to be November 2026. But yeah, it's actually, I watched your video and it was saying November. I was like, damn, that's right around the corner. But when you look online, it's actually November 2026.
Oh shit! I thought it was this year. Which, if they come this year, that's no huge thing to me.
At least that's paid for. That's already paid for.
I thought that was this year, but it's nothing like when it comes. You know what I'm saying? Like I could wait. I could wait on it, man. When it get here with those, because that was just something I was just getting kind of as novelty pieces. They're dope as hell though. But I thought they were coming this year. But so the email for that probably won't come until that still should come though, like soon, right?
I don't know. I'd have to reach out to him and talk to him.
Yeah. As far as choosing your characters, because they got to.
But he's also doing where you already got the ones that got unlocked during the campaign. But from what he's told me, he's also going to be doing some like add-ons. I forget what the terminology is for the Kickstarters, but you can go in once the campaign is closed and do add-ons later on. What is that called?
like you said, the add-ons. I forgot what he said, but I know what you're talking about because we talked about it. You said you can pretty much go in and add on, like say if you want.
You're gonna be able to, there's gonna be other characters that are unlocked before it is shipped out in November. Is how I understood it. He has some more figures that are gonna be coming out between now and when the whole campaign gets ready to ship.
In that case, that would be cool, man. Because even if it is a year, that really is a good chance for me. Well, shit, if they're gonna come in a year, I might as well add on a few times and add me some army builders.
Yeah, I can't remember. There's an actual name for it, man. I really don't do Kickstarters too much, so there's a terminology for it, and I'm just it's escaping me right now. But the other thing is Valaverse. That's the other one. They got more stuff coming too. They still have 2 more exclusives that are dropping before the end of the year. They got that Wave 6 with the female Lieutenant Han, the Jester, which is Pandora's brother. Then they also got the pirate guys, but that might not come out till January. So I'm hoping some of that gets pushed into January, man, because we got way too much stuff coming right now between GI Joe and OMF. It's just too much, man.
I just want one thing from Valaverse, and that's that Day of the Dead. What's my man? Sidewinder. That's the only thing I'm after from them, and I think it's one of them damn con exclusives type shit. Hopefully, it'll be available on its website. After that, then I'll go and order. But I need that Day of the Dead.
It's either that one or is it the Infantry Commando? What do they call the other one? I messed up when we were talking last time when we did the top 3. I messed up the name for it, but I think it's called the Infantry Commando. It was the Dork Side exclusive back.
I've actually I had those Dork Side exclusive, that Infantry Commando. I purchased those. I believe that's what their name was.
So it's the second version of those. Both those are con exclusives. And I heard on 3POA, I think he said he's going to try, if everything works out like it's supposed to, you're going to be able to buy those around the same time at the con and on the website. He said he's going to try something different. Yeah. So he said that on a 3POA, but he might change his mind too. I don't know.
Yeah, because I know definitely, because I know I won't be up there at that con to get that shit. So hopefully you can put it on the website and I could grab it, because that's really something I like. Sidewinder anyway, and then just that alternate costume with the black and white makeup. That shit is I'm definitely down to get that. So we'll see what's up. Hopefully it'll go down like that. That's the way he's been doing it lately. Even after the con, he'll have a date for it to come up. As far as the Infantry Commando, for those who didn't get it, and it's on a new body, that'll be awesome, but not something I'm really after. To be quite honest with you. What else I seen some other stuff that was out. What about that dragon from Mythic Legions? Have you heard anything on that?
No, I didn't back that though, man. I started to, but I don't really mess with that. I got into Savage Crucible recently. And I don't even know what made me get into it, bro, because I don't, I'm not into He-Man. I'm not really into that kind of stuff. But there was something about the Savage Crucible that, I'd seen them at Joe Fest a couple times with like the lizards, and I always thought the way the paint is on the lizards, man, they do a good job with the paint, and they look really well made. And when the humans went up for pre-order, I went ahead and did those, and I got those recently. And then when we went down to Joe Fest, I went in and got me some lizards this time, and I've really been enjoying them, man.
Yeah, no, I've been enjoying them myself, man. I even picked up the feet packs because they had the hinged toe when they first came out, which is awesome, man. But sometimes that's just not for everything, because that hinged toe gives out on figures. So you could buy the regular feet for them for $1 on the website. Yeah. So if you don't like the hinged toes, like I think these already came with regular feet, but on these lizard guys on the older ones, you can buy the new feet for $1. So I bought all my old guys new feet. But yeah, I didn't get them to after Joe Fest either. I liked them last year. I just couldn't afford to grab them because they are expensive per figure, but they damn sure are totally worth it, man. And I brought a couple at Joe Fest. Yeah, 2. And then when I got home, went to the website, man, and just put some on pay in 4, and just really kind of army build me a little squad of like 10 of them. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Did a pay in 4, and I like, you know, I could do that because I really digging these, and it won't maybe be too much more I get, but I'll pick and choose on the ones I get because I was looking back at my own video at Joe Fest, and they had some ones with like some Falcon gear on, like Falcon like bird headset, and they had wings and shit. And then they got some that's going to be kind of like in the sea. They had an octopus dude with an octopus head that was pretty dope, man. But it's a dope company, man. Like when you're that dope, I'll make room for you.
And they bust down. You can bust them down and interchange them like the Valorverse too. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, just like the Barbarian guys. That's funny because I was when you called me and was talking about you know, getting on, you know, maybe a couple of hours ago. I was watching Conan the Barbarian and shit. I had watched it in a long time. It was on Amazon Prime, but
so this guy reminds me. This is their Frazzetti. This is Savage Crucible. He kind of reminds me of the Conan guy. I don't know if that's supposed to be their Conan.
Yeah, pretty much. Your quintessential barbarian. Let me.
He's pretty cool though, man. These are great. I love them.
Yeah, and that's the thing. Like even with me, like I'm on the fence about grabbing them because I, like you said, I'm really not into like that. I love shit like that, but being deep into it, and they're great figures, but I'm just on the fence about grabbing because I know, I guess out of the 2, I would rather take the lizards because I can incorporate the lizards in a couple of different things.
And the way you do your table, like with the lights and the light effects and the black lights, and like the way your plants were lighting up in that last video, the way you had all the colors, the lizards really have some really, I don't know the word I want to use, but they really stand out, man. They really illuminate.
Yeah,
their skin, man. Especially that white one that they had at Joe Fest. It's almost like a pearl. Reminds me of the old school Lexus. Pearl Lexus, man.
Yeah, that fluorescent color. And be honest with you, it's just really the amount of quality and detail that's put in as far as they paint. Like I'm in a dark room right now with a little bit of light, but you can still see it's popping. You know what I'm saying? And once you start putting all those colors and lights on it, it's definitely going to come out and shine. I'll be honest with you, that when those next couple of episodes of the table come up while I'm dealing with that, they're going to be heavily in those episodes. I can't really wait to do something with them, man. And that's how I think about them more than the Barbarians. I might pick up one just to have around, but like I said, I'll just keep it to a limit. But great line. And with that Mythic Legion's Dragon, I thought about it at one time, man, and then I was just like, you know what, man, like you got too much shit. You don't need that. But it looks great.
It does. If I would have been on the Savage Crucible train prior to that, I most likely would have jumped on that dragon, man. But I hadn't had any of my Savage Crucibles yet. So I'm kind of glad I didn't, because that's going to be a big piece. That's going to take up a lot of space.
Oh yeah. You have to be like really not collecting to like get that, or just simply into that type of shit without a big collection. It's a piece. It's a centerpiece, man. Be honest with you, how big that thing is going to be, especially with like from tail to head. I mean, laid out, that thing is going to take up some real estate, man. And like I said, I'm just in a spot now, just
Yeah, even with Gridiron, you know me, I buy just about everything Gridiron puts out, and I got 2 of their Desert Hounds, I got their Jungle Hound, I got their Arctic Hound, I got the Green Phalanx, I got the Desert Phalanx coming. I mean, just right there, I got 4 for the Ramen vans. I got 2 of the Ramen Racers, the Ramen Razor. Just right there in vehicles, man. Imagine how much space just that takes up. So
yeah.
I don't need it. I don't know why. I look at it, I'm like, yo, I like that. That's fresh. Knowing I don't need it, but then I still pull that trigger. So yeah, I need to get on that plateau with you, man. I need to
just sit on some flat land for a little
yeah, I
bit.
need to quit climbing the mountain, man, and get up there.
Hey, but I did the same thing with that Mezco joint, man, because I was really considering about getting that, man. I was like, you know what, man, I'm good, man. But
Bro,
that's a great vehicle though.
I was like this close to pulling the trigger, and then I had a come to Jesus moment and realize what I was doing. So
yeah, man. It's the same here, man. Because I'm like, bro, you don't need that, man. You don't need that. You got something that can supplement for that. Because at the end of the day, I mean, what is it besides a tactical van, basically? I mean, it's not that. But or truck. You know what I'm saying? I got Valiverse truck. You know what I'm saying?
it
Even
is
though it
very
doesn't have,
similar. I think they did a better job than the Valiverse, and I'm not talking bad about Valiverse. I love Valiverse, but I think the Rumbler is a little nicer than the Vanguard. But when you take that kit that Vanguard just put out and put it on there, it's very they're very similar. You know that the cow puncher and the windows you can change out on the Vanguard.
Yeah.
You put that on the gray Vanguard, man. It's very similar to the Rumbler already.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
and I got four Vanguards. And only one open, two gray ones and two deserts. So, I might be like I might try to sell some stuff here soon if I don't have a sale somewhere, man. If I don't start using it, man. I keep telling myself I'm buying all this stuff because I want to, do what you do the dioramas, do storytelling. I keep telling myself, well, I'm just building up my inventory. I'm building up my options for storytelling, and that's why I keep telling myself. But then I never get around to it, and I just keep building up.
Well, I do it myself, even though I am doing it. I might say, well, I might want to use this and such. But then, like I said, I'm coming to the realization, like, bruh, whatever you got, use that. You can make anything. If you don't got it, man, fuck it. You know what I'm saying? You have enough to tell enough stories and to show off enough stuff. And that's what I had with that Mezco Rumbler, yo. I was like, you know what? I have something I could do and use for that purpose of whatever I wanted. I see in my head that this Rumbler could do. Now, I mean, if I wanted or it was gifted to me, hell yeah, I would take it in. But I just can't. I have what I need, man. And that's the whole thing, man. A plateau. I guess. I mean, what is a plateau? It's not an end. You just kind of leveled off. Right. So that's I guess to sum it up all in a nutshell about this episode. That's just pretty much where I'm at, and other people too, and then just in different areas.
Yeah, it kind of goes hand in hand with the Snowcat, like you said from the jump off, man. I think that's one of the reasons why we haven't seen the same pattern that we did with the Rattler and the Dragonfly and the Hiss. Mm-hmm. A lot of people are at that point where their collection is taking up so much space, they don't really have the room for anything. Money's tight for everybody. They got a lot of stuff coming in, a lot of stuff, bills, a lot of figures coming in, just everything, just life in general. And, if they're going to buy something, a lot of people are getting to that point where it's got to be something, like you said, again, that really gets them happy or excited or motivated to pull the trigger.
Yeah. And not only that, man, far as GI Joe Classified, what they can produce, that's coming out of Plateau. Now, don't get it twisted. There's still plenty of figures they could do in version 2, 3s, and 4s they can do. But, they're completing, and they still have some time to go to complete some teams. But you notice that if they were on the same pace they were 2 years ago, man, we probably have like 40 more figures on us this year. Remember, like 2-3 years ago, they put out maybe about 80 figures. Yeah. And they said they were going to do that too. So we're going to put out about 80 figures. And now it's more slowed down to about 50 something,
Yeah. So do you ever watch the Full Force? You ever watch that, Chris?
I have nothing against them or anything like that, but I've never watched that shit like that. I think I watched one of the episodes about a week ago where a guy, he was covering San Diego Comic-Con, just the releases from that. But no, but go ahead. Not really, man. To be quite honest.
I enjoy Chris. I think he does a good job, and you can tell he really cares about GI Joe. But one thing that he does almost every episode is he has these checklists to where he has like the names of what the store, like if like the Rattler is called Dinosaur Neil in the system. So Chris has all the names of everything, of all the waves, and so he'll have it color coded of what's already been up for pre-order, what's been revealed. Like Dinosaur Neil, it'll say just Dinosaur Neil, but unless you know for sure it's the Rattler, then he'll have the Rattlers. So he lays out everything that's going to be coming out for 2025, and he's already got the list for 2026. And to be honest, man, it looks like we're getting about just as much next year as what we got in 2025. You know, it looks like we still got four of the waves of 4. You know how we get the 4 regular figures?
Mm-hmm.
So we still got four waves of 4. We still got like 9 retro figures, it's looking like, which is three waves of 3. They got several Walmart. I think they got 2 or 3 Walmart exclusives for 2026. They got 2 or 3 Target exclusives. They got the fan channel. So he breaks all that down. Vehicles, you know, so you can kind of see it. So I like that, man. It kind of lets you know what's coming. So
yeah, because I definitely know who. I don't know if it's a group or just him, but I definitely know the full folks. That's where everybody get their shit from. You know what I'm saying? As far as the info, they pretty much is always the source of it, and that's what he was doing up there about a week ago when he was covering the San Diego Comic-Con. He had the list and crossing off, you know, pretty much what's coming up next. Now, and this is a great thing right here also too. Now, like I said, most of this episode I've been talking about GI Joe Plateau, and I really don't have to have a figures, but I gotta have that Pythona. Now, there's some figures out there I gotta have that one. You know what I'm saying? That's something I'm be actively, you know, trying to grab, and 2 of them. You know what I'm saying?
And you don't even like Cobra lot like that. So look at you.
No, yeah, exactly. I don't even like it, but it's a great figure, and I think I think if that's a figure that you're gonna, you know, try to go all out and get, that's one of them. You know what I'm saying? And this goes to show you that Classified is not a bad line, and it's not plateaued like it's terrible. It's just on my end as far as collecting and what I consume. But that also goes back to what I was saying earlier about the Haslab. That Haslab this year was something that was, I gotta have it. It wouldn't even matter. You know what I'm saying? But it's not though. And for people at a plateau like me, that's the wrong thing to kind of throw up there. Because I might get it, I might not. And most likely I'm not. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah, it really is a shame they didn't do it well. I mean, could you imagine if they would have done it well? Man, that thing, it probably would have been the highest Haslab out of all their lines. Total, man.
And I'll be back for 2 of them as we speak.
Yeah,
probably don't want to spend the money on it. I mean, probably really don't need to have the space for it, but I'm gonna make it happen.
Yeah, you know, I think I told you before it'd be almost too big in our previous conversations doing it well, but then you see other guys that have done the 3D printing.
Yeah, Plastic Fantastic did one. It looks great.
It does. So
yeah, so
missed opportunity.
Yeah, but like I said, man, this one still look like it's gonna get funded. Far as tier wise, I have no idea. I'm totally confident GI Joe can do it, but from just what I'm seeing in front of my face right now with the 8400,
the other thing is I hope it doesn't set a precedent for vehicles. Like remember we talked about the Snowcat, like a lot of people thought that shouldn't like it was too small for a Haslab. So now that they are making that as a Haslab, is a well or a hydrofoil or a tomahawk even feasible in the future?
Yeah.
So
it should be, man. I mean, have you ever seen fucking Java's sail barge?
Yeah, it's huge.
It's huge. You know what I'm saying? Like I seen.
But that's a dream. That's a dream project. That's a great example, man. That's something that you would never see in a store. But that's something that I'm not a Star Wars collector, but when I was a kid, I was a Star Wars collector, and that was something I would have loved to have as a kid, man.
And what was that? That was the vintage line, right? Was that a 1/18 scale, or was that?
I believe most of their Haslabs for them are 1/18. I know the Katina. I think that Katana or the whatever the one's about to come out. It's like a bar.
Yeah.
That's 1/18. The Razor Crest was 1/18.
Yeah.
The Rancor. I don't know what that was, but I know that failed.
I think that was Black Series. Okay. Yeah, that was a Black Series Rancor, I believe. But being that Java's sail barge 1/18, man, I seen that shit at Joe Fest. I believe that's why I seen it at. It was about 6 feet long. That shit was like the box on it. That shit was huge, man. So they can make it happen, man. Especially for GI Joe Classified. I mean, even with that Sky Striker and all that, they saying they'll be too big. No, they won't. They'll be just fine. They stop bullshitting. You want to sell some motherfucking tickets? Give the people what they want. You know what I'm saying on that tip. And like I say, man, I would probably grab the Snowcat if it was made to pre-order with everything baked in. I mean, I'm pretty sure a lot more other people who are not necessarily so hardcore attached to it would do it. But it does have enough to bring in a Haslab. But as we can see now, you see how many just barely crossing the gate, and that's a low threshold. You know what I'm saying?
Now, one thing I know we're about to get out of here, but one thing I did want to ask you, with you reaching your plateau, and with the retro. Like how they're re-releasing some newer figures. We talked about the newer figures most recently. They just feel different. They feel a lot better. They feel better made. Do you see yourself getting rid of some of the earlier GI Joe stuff that you got in the first year or two to make room for the newer stuff, or do you see yourself keeping your entire collection?
I see myself as of right now keeping my entire collection. Because there is some figures that you could probably discard of that came out earlier. But I love the line so much is I can't forget how those figures were when they first came out, because the line's been good from the get-go. It's just shit gotten better.
And it's innovated, man. Like they had the pins in the arms, the pins in the legs. Yeah. All that's gone now.
It's almost like some things in my other side of my collections. Like I'm a Wolverine collector. And they were showing the new 2-pack Wolverine. I was watching some reviews earlier today, like Dan Who, and he's a little bit bigger, and he's pinless than the previous Wolverines. It's the Wolverine and Silver Samurai. It's the Gamerverse Marvel vs. Capcom 2-pack. This newer Wolverine, but he's a beast though. He's a little bit bigger than those previous Wolverines, but he's still on the small side. But if you were one who did not care for Wolverine, you would get rid of all your previous Wolverines and run with that one. But I'm a Wolverine collector. I like to see the innovation from at least from when I was collecting Wolverines, and I have some older Toy Biz ones too, and just see how the toy has changed as it progressed. And that's the same thing with these GI Joes now. It's almost like a swivel arm, no swivel arm. As far as the earlier models and what's coming out now. So like
that's a good perspective, man. I like that.
Yeah.
Because that's where I'm at, man. I'm trying to decide like how I talk about the bat. I got a bunch of the OG bats from, a few, like, what was that, year or two? The bat first came out.
Yeah.
It was one of the earlier waves.
Yeah, 2 or 3.
It's a great figure, man. I got a ton of them, man. But the retro one's coming out, and the retro one is 10 times better from what it looks like. It's got the brighter colors. It's
brighter yellow.
Yeah, it's got the features added to the, like on the drill. It's got the colorway. It's got the flame effect. So it's got the red in the head. Like
Yeah.
Yes, there's a lot to it. So I don't know. I'll probably still keep both, but trying to contemplate making space. That's one thing I'm going back and forth with. The Range Viper. I got a bunch of them Range Vipers, but I have a feeling, man, that's going to end up on a retro card down the line too.
I can see that, but the thing about that, especially with the bats and different army builders, is it's almost like over the years a company doing different progressions or maybe using different paint. As far as the bat, like I don't plan on getting a retro one, but I wouldn't mind getting one and be like, oh no, these other ones look black and gold. And this is more of a black and yellow. I'll keep it all in the same because all my bats are kind of mixed up anyway. Sometimes I might take a bat, like I took the bat head off the retro, off the Python Patrol bat and put it on my first bat and gave them a red mask.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So just doing little stuff like that. So they're always kind of mixed in together. That necessarily doesn't bother me.
The Viper is another one. How they did that. The 3-pack, I love. They've done that one 3 different times now. They did the Cobra Island, then they did the 3-pack, and then recently the retro. And they're all three of them are different shades of blue and red.
Yes. Yep.
So
and
I didn't get the Cobra Island one, but I did get the 3. I got a bunch of the 3-packs. I got a whole army of them. And then I got a whole army of the retro ones. So that was another thing, man. I wasn't going to get the retro one, and then I got one of them, and I was like, damn, this is a nice figure. It feels good. It looks good. And I actually liked it better than the 3-pack. So that was another thing I was contemplating. But then I just kind of merged them all together, even though they look a little different. I still got them all together now.
Yeah, no, and I like that about them. That doesn't bother me. The only one I probably wouldn't do together is my original Blue Troops. Those are almost like 2 different kind of things. Which, if I got some, I would have my little section of the newer ones. But I actually like the older Blue Troops.
They look more tactical or modern or.
Yeah, like I don't know. I just like the way the navy blue looks on that, and the newer ones don't look bad. It's just like I have so many of those older ones too, like to try to even it up with them. I don't want to do it. It doesn't look right. But I will say this though: the Valkyries have the same blue as the original Blue Troopers. They had that same dark blue. So from on that side, I probably army build some more of them before they get gone. I think BBTS still has them. But as far as the newer male ones, there's just that different blue. I don't want to mix that.
You got what, about 50 of the original ones?
Don't you? Yeah, 50 original blues. Yeah, man. So
big money right there.
Shit, not at the time. Shit, they were $22 when I did it. But now, yeah, shit, you probably won't find one for more than less than 40. But
their vests are more tactical. You know what I'm saying? They are. I do like the blue, but their vests are more tactical. Their face plates, they just look more heavy armored.
They were a great toy. I mean, they were a great action figure, man, and it still is, even with the newer versions. Like I said, that one still feels good in hand. They were easy to stand. They were easy to pose up. Now, say for instance, like if I was just coming in building blues, I wouldn't try to go back and get them. I'll just build those new ones. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't know shit about those. Fuck it, I'm gonna just build these newer blue ones. But as far as being that those are already there, that's the only ones I'm not gonna try to add on. As far as the male side, I'm just keeping my 50 original blues, and now I'm gonna just make. I think I would like to see at least not as many Valkyries as the guys, but I maybe have. I think I got 10 Valkyries, maybe 15. Do I? I don't know, but I need to get my numbers up with them. I need to get them to at least like 30.
You got them in the brown, in the beige, or in the black with or do you got them mixed up together?
Oh, you talking about the Valkyries? The web gear? Just however they came, just whoever had it on, because one is already decked in the beige, and the other one's in there. So no, I have them together. That doesn't bother me. That doesn't look bad on them because I actually like them. I like their colors. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I like that dark navy blue side of them. But
I just wish with the Valkyrie, instead of it being a 2-pack, they would have done a 3-pack, like the like the Viper 3-pack, and had like 2 black and 1 beige, and had like the beige be like the Commander.
Yeah,
I thought that would have been dope. But
who knows?
There's nothing bad about the Valkyries. It's a nice figure.
Yeah, they might come back around with it, but like I said, I want to make sure I grab them, because when they come back around with it might be a different blue. You know, it might be a different shade. I want to get that blue to match in with those other blue guys. So you know what? I think that's the next army building I actually kind of need to focus on trying to grab, because I think they sold out at Pulse. So I need to hit BBTS and hit them up, man. But look, we have been on here for 1 hour and 30 minutes. I don't want to hold up. Yeah. I told you, man, before this shit started, I was like, man, those 3 topics alone, man, I know that's good for at least 45 minutes. That's what we wanted to aim for, people, was 45 minutes, but we got you at 1 hour 30. But you know, G.I. Joe Plateau, you know, how are you guys out there listening to this? How do you feel about G.I. Joe right now? And to be at G.I. Joe Plateau is not a bad thing, man. It's like me, I've consumed so much, I'm numb to it. Or sometimes it's space or the money you spend on this. So there's different ways to combat it, especially on the money end, man. Just wait, you know, it'll be here. Far as space wise, you might have to get rid of some stuff, and then far as consumption wise, hey, when is enough? You know, but either way, you know, sometimes you come to a plateau, and I think the Haslab, it's not a huge reason why people haven't as backed it as much as the other ones, but I know if I feel a certain way like this, there's 10 other people, 100, you know, we always go 1,000 and so forth and so on, man. So what do you guys think about that? And before we get out of here, Chris, you got anything, man, to leave off with, some final notes or a message?
Nah, bro. Just as always, thank you for having me on here, man. I really enjoyed coming on here and talking with you about Joe and Valaverse and Operation Monster Force and all the other action figures that we collect, man. It's a blessing to be able to come on here and speak with you, man. So I appreciate it.
Nah, I
appreciate blessings to all your followers, man. So
yeah, nah, man. I appreciate you as well, man. Be honest with you, like I was talking before this started, just having a conversation with you on this stuff. I don't even need bullet points. You know what I'm saying? I was about to say a script, but I never really have a script. I know what I want to talk about, but not even bullet points. I can just naturally freestyle and talk and basically just have an organic conversation, man. So
we've been having this particular conversation for a while. You know, almost like good cop, bad cop. You've been talking about this for a while, and I'm like, nah, man, gotta get it. So you almost got the wisdom on this one, trying to impart your wisdom to me. So,
and be honest with y'all, and I don't even want to come off as that, man, but that's just exactly how I'm feeling about it now, and it's nothing bad, man. Like I said, the line has done nothing bad, but I just know, I just know, man. But at the end of the day, man, the biggest thing is, man, we're in a great hobby. We're in a good hobby. We're in a good space. Sometimes things come along and try to ruin that, you know, with just different things that people do in the community. But we're in a great space, man. I truly enjoy it, man. I truly enjoy it, man. The friendship with you, man, collecting and talking, man, as well. But with that being said, to you guys, appreciate you guys' support, man. If it's first time on, like, comment, subscribe. This is the Straight Savage Podcast. We do this for the love and beauty of action figures. And with that being said, until the next time, God bless.
Go on, get out of here! Who needs ya?